Hello, darlings. Welcome back. I'm so happy that you decided to join me again today. We are going to be talking about something very exciting. It is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I had the shade 405 Porcelain here. They have a very inclusive shade range, which is really nice. It has a lot of very, very fair shades as well as deeper ones. So much so that I got a shade too dark. I'm not sure if you can tell, my chest is definitely lighter than my face right now, which can often be the problem with me. I'm very, very fair. I was worried that pearl would be too light for me, so I went a shade up, and I should have went with the lightest shade, unfortunately. But fortunately for us, this is only $14.99. So if this works out, then no problem just buying the lighter shade and mixing in a lightener with this until we finish it, or giving it to a friend. I don't think I have anybody that's that pale in my friend group, though. I'm the pasty one. Um, I already put it on. It looks really, really nice. It is supposed to be a skin-like natural finish, which I would definitely agree with that. It's a little more matte than natural, I would say. It's kind of like their original matte formula, but a little bit um, thinner, I guess. It feels very nice. It went on very nice, very beautiful, luminous when you put it on, and then it dries down a bit, kind of like a demi matte. I so far I really really like how it looks. It covered up my pigmentation. I did have to build a little bit. I have some acne scars on my chin and my face right here that I'm still working on getting rid of, and this took about 2.5 coats to cover that. If that gives you any idea of the coverage, it is fairly light. But for those of you that like that, it's wonderful. If you like more full covers, then maybe not this one. But considering the weather and how cold it is out, and it's kind of that just calm down and wear some light makeup type of time, this might be wonderful for a lot of you. It doesn't really smell like anything. Maybe a light, very, very light floral scent. I don't smell it when I put it on. You have to put your nose right up to it. I know fragrance bothers a lot of people, but this one is not harsh at all, at least to me. So that's a good sign. So far, it looks great. I'm going to be doing some check-ins throughout the day. It says it can wear up to 24 hours, but I definitely will not be keeping it on that long. Probably kind of keep my makeup on around for maybe the next 8 hours. It's about noon right now, so 8 p.m. my husband will come home. I will wash this off, do Pilates, and then we're going to play some board games because we're old people and that's what we do around here. So I will be checking in every few hours to show you how it's looking, and then I will give you a verdict at the end on what I think of the foundation. See you in a bit. Okay, so check-in number one. It's been about 2 hours since I applied the foundation, and it isn't doing anything really wonky. It looks really pretty and natural on the skin. Sorry the lighting's not the best in here. Get a little bit of that highlight in there. um, it looks really nice actually. It's not settling into my big forehead crease that I get for moving my eyebrows too much. My smile lines look fine around my mouth. I am getting a little bit of like a weird clumping thing around my nose, but I do have very dry patches around my nose right now. So that's probably why that's happening. It is a demi-matte foundation, so it's kind of settling into my dry areas, which are right there. It's winter, it's going to happen. I might just add a little bit of oil next time I use it, and that would probably fix that issue. Other than that, it looks absolutely beautiful. Hopefully it stays looking like this for the rest of the day. I'm going to go ahead and drink some coffee and talk to my husband. I haven't talked to him for a minute, and hopefully get some editing done. And I will check back in with you in a couple of hours. Yeah. Who's that? Who is this handsome boy, huh? Who's that handsome boy? No! You trying to say hi? Okay. That's Houdini. Alright, so check-in number 2 here. It is roughly 5:30 p.m. now. The day's almost over. I've been editing. I've gotten 2 new videos edited for you guys and ready to go out. I'm also right now watching the new Shane Dawson conspiracy theory. It's really good. very long though. I've been rubbing my face quite a bit. My nose has been running, but the foundation's pretty much still on there. Yeah, it's not creasing barely at all. Again, around the nose, and I can see some more of my pores in my T-zone. But other than that, it's all still on, and we're going strong here, about 6 hours in. So I'd say we're doing really great on this. All right, I will be back again for my final check-in in a few hours. See you then. Hello, third and final check-in for today. My foundation is pretty much still on my face. It actually wore really well. We are at 7:40. We have wore this all day and it looks really nice. My only complaint here is it did continue to cake up around my nose right here. Again, forehead, smile lines, everything's fine. The rest of it is just like melted into my skin. It looks perfect. I do have a bit of pores peeking through in my T-zone, but it's been 8 hours and I did not wear my pore filling primer today because it was supposed to be blurring and I wanted to see how it wore on its own. But I believe with some oil and that pore filling primer, this might be the dream team. Like this might work out wonderfully. So I would say if you have dry skin all over, this probably isn't for you. Like I said, I have combo skin, so this is about the only place that I am dry right now, and it is very much caking into that spot. So if you have dry skin, skip it. I do not think this will work for you. It's supposed to be a natural finish. It's definitely more of a demi matte, and it is very drying in those areas. It will adhere to your dry patches. However, if you are oily or combo, I think this would be wonderful for you. They have a very inclusive shade range. This is slightly too dark for me. You can see in the bottle to my chest. It is definitely a shade too dark, but I do believe they have 2 shades under this one. I think that I would be the shade Pearl, but if you are very pasty like me, you should be able to find your match. They also have a lot of deeper shades, so hopefully everybody can get a shade that matches them. So with a little bit of oil, I think I'm going to stick with this one and I will definitely be repurchasing. I will update you guys on how it goes when I add the oil and the primer. Maybe in my next video, I'll wear this as well and I will just remind you of how it's going. But right now, I really like this and I think a lot of you really will too. It's a really great deal. And I think that's going to be all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I love you so much and stay cute. See ya.